It is December 18th and 2021. Cold as crap in Monument, Colorado Springs. Yeah, it's morning time. Everybody's still kind of sleeping. I got the diesel heater going. Not too much going on. The dogs are just playing catch with me. It is freezing. Like, I have 3 jackets on, 2 layers of pants, and I'm still really cold. But there is no snow, so that's nice. And the sunrise is very beautiful. Letting the dogs out, kind of just hanging out with Sophie and Chloe. The reason why I'm starting the vlog so early in the morning is because I didn't start it last night. I continued the week vlog rather than start a new vlog right away. But anywho, kind of wanted to go over, we came skating in on fumes because we're broke, and being broke in van life is to be expected, but ultimately to be avoided. And it took me a lot longer to get my first check from this new job than I thought it would. So I think the van's ready now. I can go back inside. And I was using the restroom. But anyway, we were skating in on fumes. Had barely any money. Now we made it out to Monument, where we're gonna stay for the whole weekend just because it's a good spot with this large parking lot, and we can go hiking up in the mountains. That's Mount Herman, and that one right there is Raspberry. Sophie, Chloe. Come on, dogs. Come on. Come on, Chloe. Well, right now we are in Wayward Wanderer's rig. That's his new name, by the way, everyone.
That's my new name, everyone.
Go check him out, Wayward Wander. We're trying out our new, what would you consider this thing? A mobile hotspot booster, even?
Yeah.
It's really not even, I don't know, mobile hotspot. We got a 4G mobile hotspot for $20 a month, and the device was $130. So this is a pretty fat investment to try to be able to play Xbox together. And the idea that all 3 of us could get online and play together. But that would never happen. And right now we're simply trying to play mobile Minecraft, and that still is not possible.
We also used our hot 15 gigs, so we started with the lowest of the plans. So you can get a higher plan and pay more money.
Pay $80 to $120 a month.
But we decided to go with the low one.
Crap Wi-Fi.
But at the
look at how fast this is loading now.
We thought we were going to be able to upload
smokes.
a YouTube video. There's absolutely no way you would be able to do that with this type of device.
All right.
So if you guys are thinking about going for Wi-Fi, do not go with their Verizon.
Don't get a Verizon hotspot.
They make a different one now that's with
5G
capacity.
Still don't get it. Go right to Spectrum or something and see if you can get an actual router. Like a real Wi-Fi.
Stuff have routers, so I imagine there's some way
There's some way. We just don't know it yet, but we'll keep you updated on the Wi-Fi excursions because we need Wi-Fi off grid, and I'll look into this. But this is crap.
What you doing, baby?
Right now I'm actually I see a lot of vanners utilizing the space inside their doors, and I have to actually pull this off to either insulate it or utilize that space. And rather than put insulation in there, I'm just going to use the inside of my doors for all of my clothes, because I feel that's going to be pretty good insulation, I feel, anyway. And yeah, I'm only going to cut a small hole here, probably, or at least around here. And I'm going to take this panel off first, which I think I'm on the last screws now. Maybe, yeah, those ones could probably stay in there. Just grommets to make this nice door. But grommets to me are always such a pain, and I always end up breaking them. So you gotta be really careful. As you can see, I'm not being. Our door panel. So if you're wondering what a GM stock insulation comes with and why you have to pull it all apart to insulate, it doesn't come with anything. This is all they have for noise detonation. This is all they have for insulation in a 2004 GMC Savannah 1500 conversion van. So this was even a package made to actually have people in it often.
now that we have this little cubby hole built, I don't know what he's planning on putting down there, but the doors are closed and we are able to turn on the diesel heater again. We have gotten basically an extension cord. The cord we're using currently is a DC power cord, and it's very short, which is all the way over here. And our power source is over here, so it's not quite long enough. So what we were looking for was a power cord that we could splice and we were looking for like this end that we could splice and hook up to our diesel heater, but what we found instead was a converter. So this whole thing, actually, we can plug in our 12-volt DC plug in this side, and then this side we can plug into, you know, your normal AC power household plug. And we'll see how well this runs. It's probably going to pull a little bit more energy because of this power brick here. This is what's going to change it from the DC here to the AC. Don't ask me how. I do not know. You know, we're going to try it. We're going to see how many watts it runs compared to just using the straight DC plug. All right, we got this plugged in here, and we got it all the way back here by our blue Eddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the AC power on. It is pulling power. So it works. How much it pulls, we'll find out later because we don't have a lot of gas and we don't have a lot of power, but it does work. So if you're ever looking to change DC to AC power, Astro AI, electrical power converter. It's $35, but we'll see how it does later on.
So we have the Solar Saga 100 watt panel on the roof, doing us some justice. Just finishing up putting some things away in the toolbox, which has actually been pretty dang cool. It's nice that it's actually waterproof, unlike the last box we had. Living Little K actually got a little free mat down there. He's got a whole little living space now. When you go over and live with Little K, you get these kinds of amenities. Making cookies and cream pancakes. We actually just had normal pancake mix. And I really don't like original pancakes. I like to have something crunchy in my pancakes. So we decided to take the Twix cookies and cream Twix from MJ's mom. She sent us for Christmas. Break them up and sprinkle them in the dough. And that's what we were able to make, some cookies and cream Twix pancakes. So we're going to make those right now. We have the diesel heater running over here in the corner. And it's only running at 2.7, which is actually pretty high. I could turn her down to 1. Oh wow, babe, I could go down to 1.3 now. I unlocked 1.3. I could only go down to 1.4 before. Now I can go down to 1.3. Maybe after a while using it, it'll let us go down to the 1.1.
That, or maybe also using that different cord, because right now that's hooked up through the adapter cord.
How many watts is it pulling?
I don't know. I haven't looked at that yet.
We'll have to find out.
Using just the DC power outlet, we were running
7 to 9 to 10, 12, and about 140 when the gold plug was heating up. But once the gold plug heated up, which is after about 2 minutes, it would drop down to like 9 or 10 watts.
Yeah. Well, when I looked at it, it was flashing 59 watts. So it's not overloading it by any means, but it is pulling way more power than it would be just using the DC plug.
Second pancake on the stove. First pancake about to be eaten. What does it taste like? Delicious? With the cookies and cream? Like chocolate chip?
It's very subtle.
Super
subtle.
I am the pancake professional. So, pancakes. I know I never remember to film everything that I always have to. They are bomb. They taste delicious. I cannot get them to stay on my fork, but They are really good, and it does hold up, even though it's not chocolate chips. It's definitely close.
The Caribbean hat, right?
There you go. There you go.
Don't you mess with me, matey.
Yeah, that's just something you find in the woods. Yo, where's the booty?
I shall lead to the adventure.
Yeah, directly straight in front of us in the pine trees. Right now we are the exact definition of bushwhacking. We have so many overgrown things that are kind of just crawling through. And this is our favorite way to climb, living with little K and I's, since he is my little brother, and this is just kind of what we love to do. But MJ, what do you think of bushwhacking?
I wish I was wearing some different clothes.
You actually have a really good wind jacket thing on?
Yeah,
No.
rubs right off.
No, yeah, if you wear regular jackets, they're kind of stuck.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
no,
a good
I
jacket
would
to wear.
want a jacket like this, just not this nice of one. I only paid $10, but it's a good quality jacket I found out. So
We can go this way. Here.
Dude, that way? I
Yep.
feel like that's going to be harder than going back up and then going back down, but alright.
After a month of coming to Monument, we finally made it to one of the most frequently seen things coming in here, this ginormous rock. It's about, I'd say, not even a half mile from the road. And we took a different long way this way and came down in from the tree line, not the mountains. That's actually Herman right there. And then that is Raspberry right there. And we hiked to the top of both of these. We've summited both of them. That one is at just about 9,000 feet, and this one is at about 8,200 feet. So still pretty high, and they go all the way down the whole Springs. The cool thing about Springs, Colorado Springs, if y'all don't know, it's on the line. Springs is really just the outskirt desert line of the mountains. So you can go hundreds of miles in the mountains that way, and then hundreds of miles of nothing desert this way. So yeah, but let's enjoy some cool scenery at this amazing rock that just has been here for thousands of years without being disturbed, and it's probably around 90 feet tall. I think living with little K is climbing it, because there are no signs saying you cannot, so why not, you know, take a little climb risk with free climb. It's very windy. It's always windy outside. I'm always apologizing for the wind, but the truth is, I'm not sorry. I live outside. If you don't want to see the cool shots of outside, don't listen to my white mic noise, because the mic gets windy sometimes. Sense of ooh. I actually just had it when I was going. I can't go back down right now. This would suck. Fall.
When you're hiking or when you're climbing like that, it's really all about the upper body strength. Because if you lose your footing, you have to have good arm strength.
Catch yourself. And you have to be able to lift your own body weight.
Yep.
There's a crazy unlimited amount of heat, and it's very easy to heat. It's more hard to cool your van than it is to heat your van. That's definitely for sure. Being a full-time van lifer, we've definitely learned that the hard way.
you can only take so many layers off, but you can put a lot of layers on.
Well, it's actually really warm in here right now. What's the current temperature, MJ?
It's 71 on the bottom.
71 degrees
Wait,
in
no,
you.
wait.
Yeah, that's right. 71 and 26. Right on. 71. Looking
19.
nice. We're definitely
Outside.
warm. 19 degrees outside.
Cool.
Woo-wee. 19 degrees. I thought it was 25. Man, 19. Okay, we're surviving van life in 19-degree weather. Holy smokes. Not even cold. I'm 71 in here. I'm chilling. I'm gonna run out of diesel gas though, because my gas was low when I came up here because we're skating on fume. My paycheck apparently clears on the Monday, which is not for another couple days. So I'm over here with no money, no gas, no food. I got some soup. I got some bread, some sandwiches. That's what it's looking like. Some poor old weekend. Alright though, you survive. You move on. We'll be alright. I could last a couple days without food. It ain't gonna be the worst thing in the world.
Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, December 19th. You know, it hasn't been a bad morning. It's nice and sunny. Currently, we're going through our food, seeing what we have left. We're trying to get rid of everything that we've had since we've been in the start of van life. So about a year ago now. And it's not much, honestly. But it looks like we've got some wetness. Probably condensation on some of these cans. But it's not ruining the food, so we're good. Canned foods for the win.
Definitely.
Making muffins. We got the stove set up. We're going to have to move the TV, I realize. I'm not going to use a measuring cup. It says half a cup of water, but I'm just going to go by texture because I've made muffins several times, or enough times to know what the right consistency. I'm lazy. Because our long lighter died, gotta use a short lighter, which is very kind of dangerous with this. I don't like it because you have to turn this on, light it, and be very careful. All right. Success. So now I'm going to try cooking with one hand because we do not have a tripod. And Yeti is over there doing his own stuff.
I'm over here doing my tinkering, baby.
What you tinkering on?
Building this flip out table over here. It's called a flip out end table because I felt like it and I had this extra part and I was like, why not? I said, yes, ma'am.
So I buttered it. We ran out of propane and we don't have any more. Don't have the money to go get any, really. So Lil K is letting us use his butane stove in here. It's way too windy to use it outside, but yeah.
So I finished up this end table here. I made sure that I pre-drilled the holes so I wouldn't split the inch by inch piece of plywood that I'm screwing into, and then I took the two bottom screws that are a different size and I screwed them in at an angle to kind of just fight the board if it was trying to resist, and I used a smaller drill bit to pre-drill those holes. And yeah, overall it looks really nice. Now let's make sure this is the final test here, that it closes with ease. It kind of does. I wanted it to be tight too, so perfect.
Now we just need a bolt in the door.
Our little plug.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put right there, on a hole right there. That's it. Then we got a table right there, and it kind of covers up things in here, so you don't see it as much.
Van life is small space. Yeah. It's a little bit of a mess. We've got stuff pulled out all over because we're trying to be safe and not keep anything too close to that. We kind of have to do dishes as well. We're piling up on those. Hopefully we have water for that. It's been a hard week. It's been a really hard week. Weekend especially. Alright, so they are all done. Don't ask me how long it took. I have no idea. With this oven, you kind of more just check it every so often and make sure that it doesn't burn. Because you can't set the temperature the way you can in a home oven, so the temperature fluctuates at times. And it doesn't always cook evenly. Oh well. But a good way to tell for muffins when they're done is, one, that they are golden brown on top. 2, when you tap them, do they spring back? And they do. 3, and this is the ultimate best way to know, is stick a fork or even better a toothpick into the center of it and pull it out. If there's still, raw dough in there, they're not done. But if it comes out clean, it should be all finished. It's still a mess, but the oven is put away, so I was able to do dishes, and now we're about to make jello. Cherry jello. We have to use 1 cup boiling water and 1 cup cold water. And we're going to make it in that. We're going to use the outside as our cooler. Hopefully it works. We're not entirely sure. Our friend Alex, the wayward wanderer, filled up one of our propane tanks a little, thankfully. Thank you. Make sure to check him out. Another shout out to him. But we're boiling a cup of water here. And we're going to take the jello packet, put it in there. Our tripod broke, so I'm doing this all one-handed. And if I'm not mistaken, it looks like they're going to try flying a kite. I put the cup of cold water in. The spoon is super sticky from me dropping it in there. Whoops. But I guess I'm going to cover it up and put it outside to chill.
Building our house, baby. There's a lot of things that I would do differently.
So we're putting some nails in. They're pretty cool, old-fashioned nails.
They're like
looking.
railroad nails, like stake nails. Looked just really rad, and I took them off of an old little pegboard. And yeah, so we're gonna put 2 on each side and kind of hang our jackets here.
Yeah, I'm super excited to be able to hang my jacket up out of the way.
You're hanging up right now, right this second.
Woo!
Oh, well, that's Vanlife. That's finest.
So we're kind of hoping that at night, not only will this block a little more light, it might also keep it a little more insulated.
I don't know, just kind of keep our body heat closer to us.
Yeah.
We kind of just hide things away. I don't know. Nice. Good idea.
And it keeps it off the bed because there's so much clothes on the bed at night.
Oh, yeah.
And then we got our table going here. Heck yeah. Held up by a little rod.
I saw you before.
It's up there.
What's up, everybody? It's Yeti here with Wayward Wanderer, MJ, and Corey. We're vlogging the fire because it's gonna be sundown soon. The sun goes down remarkably fast in the mountains. So we're drinking some whiskey, having fun with the pups, and enjoying. Oh wow, that was quite the camera angle with the pop socket just slipping. And enjoying some nice fire conversations.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's a nice day in the Colorado Rockies. Right. Corey, you're actually a nomad. We're going to be doing a review maybe on your rig next weekend.
Yeah.
Stoked about that. We got a rig of Wayward Wanderers tour rig up on our channel already. You guys can check that out. Link is in the description below. And then we have the link to Living with Little Case channel, who just arrived from getting some firewood. Don't you love that I vlog everything?
Firewood. I actually went and got my dog because he's scared of the fire.
Oh, he's scared of the fire. That's weird. He's never like that.
We are on our way back to our vehicles. Yeti and Little K are planning on camping out here in sleeping bags and tents and everything. That's not really my style, so I'm going to take the night and have the bed to myself. You know, it's a really cool idea, and I for sure would try it someday, but not in winter. I'm not a huge fan of being cold in the winter, and we're not going to have everything. It's going to be a backpack trip for them, so yeah. They get to have fun with that. Alright, you got all your gear?
Got the gear. Got a tent, a sleeping bag, some food and snacks and water in my backpack, a Jackery 300, and a hand axe.
I'm gonna grab some.
Gonna dip up the mountain now. It's only about 0.5 miles. It's not really too deep. It's not about how far we're going in. It's more just to get away from the van, and really, honestly, it'll make me appreciate coming back to the van when I have no insulation, sleeping in a freezing cold tent tonight with a couple candles.
Have fun!
Yeah, I will.
This is how the real pioneers used to do
This is how we did it. We grabbed gear and we went on.
Lil K isn't even sleeping in a tent tonight. He has our hammock that he's going to sleep in.
2-person tent, but he opted out of that for a hammock. That's on you, bro. It's December.
have a hammock.
All right, let's roll.
Here, buddy. Gotta get my beer.
Have a good night. Be safe. Stay warm.
I have buddy heater heat. Just a little bit. If you want my buddy heater.
I got the diesel heater in Blue Eddy.
Oh, okay. I gotta grab my phone!
You can't live without a phone.
The older I get, my sense of adventure just gets so much more intense. Right now, I'm literally have everything I can carry, including my beer, of gear, and I'm hiking into the woods to go camp. Like, I would never have done this 5 years ago. I wouldn't even have been in the woods. Now here I am, hiking to our camp spot on this magnificently beautiful trail. Whew, but it's an exhausting trip. Next time I'm gonna plan more smart in terms of how to carry things.
It's been maybe 5-10 minutes since they left. I already miss him. It's very quiet.
And you know, Yeti and I have been together for over a year now, and almost a year and a half. We have spent every night together for basically almost our entire relationship. It's weird not having him here, and I miss him. Who knows, they could be coming back late at night when they decide that it's just too cold. They could be out there all night. I really don't know, but we'll find out.
Got my camp all set up. Tent's all staked down and set up. It was only 3 poles, so it's pretty easy, and then just 4 stakes. 2-person tent. Got it nice. We have all the nomads, literally the trailer camper, bus camper, Prius camper, me in the van, and then living with little K in the truck. It's, everybody, we know, and definitely our biggest Colorado get together. Awesome just to be right next to the fire. We were just so excited to come up here.
Here's my sleeping situation.
Yeah, you're sleeping in a hammock. You excited?
Always. Look at them all
Always.
smoke.
Heck yeah. You ready to sleep out here?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Freak yeah.
You're like, oh yeah. That.
I'm kind of feeling a little snacky, so what I have decided to do is make some toast. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to make cinnamon and sugar. Then I'm going to just butter this bread once it's nice and toasted with our Sprite. Sprinkle some of our cinnamon and sugar. Pretty easy to make. It's just ground cinnamon and sugar.
Oh, we got back. We had to go back down to the vehicles. Took us forever. It was a really bad idea, everybody. Wayward Wander and I decided to bushwhack down in the dark, and
No,
I got
it wasn't a bad idea at all. We
I
had
got.
a great
Oh, it was
time. We
bad.
met Corey
And well, possibly I've had a
Robert
few drinks,
Bite.
so we were like, oh, we're gonna go some ballsy roads.
Probably
But as you can
like
see, my
45
nose is
minutes.
still kind of bleeding, and I got a stick directly up my nose, and cut the inside of my nose. And as I was pulling the stick out, it felt like a long booger, and I just cut the crap out of the inside of my nose. Yeah, it's a big day, and it gave me a pouring bloody nose. Had to
I've been
take care of
sitting
that.
here with the fire for about an hour and a half.
I'd say about an hour. He's been sitting here watching the fire, but we got the camp still set up over there. He's got a hammock to sleep in, living with little K does. And right now, Wayward Wander's setting up his hammock by the fire, and I'm the only person in the tent. I got 2 candles though and a jackery, so see, I came prepared.
Jackery.
I brought back
I'm
the
gonna
chair.
charge my phone. Wait, don't bring your phone charger.
Ooh, tough bet, tough bet. I gotta take care of this bloody
I
nose.
meant-
I heated up this little can of beans by the fire. I just set it by
Can
the
I have
fire
some more?
for a while, and I came back and it's perfect. So I'm
Yeah,
just
it actually
enjoying
is
some
perfect.
cans of brown beans right by the fire. Oh, perfect.
Yeti doesn't even like beans, so let's see how that does with his digestive system.
I'm finishing up
My
the
plan
can of
was to
beans,
tie it to mine,
and
then
they're
connect
still
it all.
planning out their sleeping schedule here. I told y'all we should have started earlier in the day.
The main reason, no, it's only
Go for it.
what,
Tie
like
it.
6 o'clock. The main thing I'm looking at, I'm tall, and see how much sag this has in it.
Yeah, and you
Oh,
won't
yeah.
be able to lay
And
in
that'll
it.
curl me up into a ball. That's what I'm looking at.
Okay.
Hello, are you finding firewood okay? Oh yeah, I see. Got a little pile. Chloe's out with you, and I'm out taking a hike.
You just grab the dead one? That looks dead when they're
Oh, here we go. Here's a log. Just looking for good firewood to keep the fire at a big pile. And that way we can keep it stoked all night and stay warm. Because that fire is literally the entire heat for the camp. It's the only heat for 3 people. So you bet your butt we're out here in the nighttime looking for firewood that we can burn. Because that is what's going to keep us warm in this December night. Sleeping in the real cold. We are real nomads, little K. Hey, Wander. Hey, Wayward. Cool idea. There you go. Heat rises.
I'm setting up my hammock. I'm just tall, so I had to find a long gap between trees, so it would work.
Bunk bed. Action.
Not bad. I'm going branch to branch on this one.
Oh, yeah. This is a good camp. Sophie has never been inside a sleeping bag before, and this is the most adorable thing ever. She just crawls in here, kind of like took the little strap from her nose, just tightening this up so it kind of like closes this off, so she kind of gets nice and warm, and she is curled up in the bag with me. inside the tent. What's up, Wayward?
What's up, dude?
How's the Colorado mountains treating you?
Oh, it's going great. I'm just sitting here. I'm like, what, a good 6-8 feet away from this fire, and it's keeping me nice and toasty. So,
Straight blasting you.
yeah,
with heat.
it's going great. I'm gonna sleep in the hammock in a sleeping bag tonight. No tent or anything. That's along with living with Lil K. Sorry, I'm a little twisted right now.
Yeah, a little twisted, a little squirrely. 2 o'clock in the morning. It's not too cold actually, but the fire definitely provides more heat than what I thought it would. He's still up here. Wayward Wanderer is the only one that left it in the hammock yet. Living with Little K did say it was too windy for him in the lower hammock and went inside the tent. But you know, it's understandable. It's not the warmest day in December. Definitely not the coldest.
Day in December.
It's also not the coldest. It's very nice. I'm just sitting on the ground with Sophie right on my lap. She's being such a good girl.
It would have been much colder last night.
Oh yeah, when it was like in the 20s. I think it's only supposed to be dropping down to the 30s, so I bet you this is about as cold as it's gonna get. Not bad. I went to go get firewood though in the dark, and that is a terrifying thing to do.
We'll listen for your screams just so we know not to come looking for you.
That's good. That's mighty nice of you. Very.
So we know, like, in the opposite direction of which to walk, you know?
Right. Yeah. To be safe and sorry. Better to be safe and sorry. It's 5:30 in the morning, guys. How did we sleep overnight?
I slept pretty great. It was comfy in the hammock.
I mean, it'd be more comfy in the hammock for sure. But
Maybe not comfy, but I was warm.
The ground was the only thing that was uncomfortable. I was actually pretty warm, but the ground sucked. I'm pretty sure I slept on a root.
I did not, but I slept on a lot of little rocks and pebbles, so it definitely did not feel good. It kind of felt like gravel, like sleeping on gravel. So it was not the best of night's sleep, but
Especially
it definitely
when you have a rig right
wasn't
down
better.
there.
Yeah, when you have a rig less than 0.5 miles away, and you're just thinking, it was in the back of my mind. I was like, wow, Yeti has come so evolved. I have heat down there. I have a bed. I got everything I need.
We're here.
I said I could see my house from here.
Me too.
That was a good hike.
I can see your house from here. Yes, that was a good hike.
Now we're walking back to this $1 million estate, obviously, where we live. I don't want to flex or anything, brag big, but I do have a 5-gallon shit bucket. Get up, set the camera up, get down. We're here with Wayward Wanderer. And MJ, I forgot to. No, yeah. At first I skipped MJ. Alright, I can't up names
Here,
and
you
skip my
can
girlfriend all in the
restart
same sentence. You
You
know
can
that's quite the
restart
whole.
We won't
Alright?
judge you.
Good. Alright, thank you. This is the perks of editing. It just makes it for more work in the end. Alright.